Read the disclaimer, 13 and up.
Let me ask you a question. Can you name a Longinus that's just really good? If you were to do this, you'd probably think maybe Lost Longinus in the original Dual Lair, Nightmare, Zwei, Rage, Guilty, etc. You know what you're not gonna name? Bloody. Hey everyone, in this video, I wanna take a look at Bloody Longinus and kind of see why it is the worst Longinus in the entire lineup and see that reputation. Now, to clarify, my approach in this video will be trying to look, you know, kind of on the casual sense, but really just on the competitive side, just trying to really see what was truly disappointing or a failure. And Bloody takes it, man, because it's the only Longinus in the entire evolutionary line to just not be as good as the other ones. Now, why is that? It's got probably a very clapped shape. All right, now let's delve into why I don't really like this too much. So I will ignore the 13 disc because obviously, you know, goes without saying, it's not really that good of a disc because of its weight and how poor it was. Now the driver, we at least eventually got stuff like Jolt Dash and that stuff, so I don't really feel necessarily to mention. I really just want to focus on the layer. Now your first issue is obviously just going to be the general weights because this was released early on. If you compare something like Nightmare or even Lost, like these things were pretty heavy compared to a lot of other stuff, and obviously that does contribute quite a bit. But primarily its issue, I feel, is really on the general shape. I don't know what the hell they were doing because they had the idea here, right? They had this idea here, but they pasted it like 4 times. 4 times! The shape of it just does not look good. So this is why it works same spin and not opposite spin. Because same spin, this is good enough where it can smash into stuff and eventually burst, which is why it can beat up Hell Salamander, Geist Fafnir, or whatever, right? But why it sucks against rights is because it's just gonna keep equalizing. It doesn't have a good shape. Vi solved this issue quite a bit. Look at this. Long, look at that. They focus on where the areas can properly smash into the stuff. This little spike stuff is like even Rage did this. Even Rage did this. Even Rage did this. They focus on the right areas to smash or to scoop, right? They focus on those areas. Rage is not like this on each side. Even Guilty, I think, did it the best, where even though it's 4, it's literally just an extension of this long blade area, so it can smash into stuff pretty good. So weight and shape is what hurts this quite a bit. All right, I just want to set this up, so if you just want to see an example. Okay, here we go. This is just like same spin, right? Like you can just see the power difference between something like Nightmare and something like Drain Fafnir. Like it obliterates it, right? Here. Okay. You can just see like the power difference in the two of them. The power difference when it just annihilates all this stuff. So, and you see the example, right? You see the example. Okay, then after if I want to do like Lost versus like Victory, right? So there's a big difference in the weights between these two of them. So like, you'll notice that no matter how many times I'm gonna probably try against this, there's a big weight difference in the two of these things. There you go, a burst. So you can just see that the difference in the performance here is very clear. There's a very clear gap in actual power. When you look at something like this, and then after when we get to Bloody, you're gonna see why Bloody doesn't work as well. Alrighty, now we're gonna demonstrate on here. So I have Hell Salamander, like 0 cross extend plus. We have like Bloody on like 0 bump. Extreme Dash. It's just to like kind of go at the start right now, kind of just to set it up. So against like this, oh, it's not even 0, it's 10, there you go. All right, now to start off, we'll have like Hell Salamander, 10 cross extend plus. So look at that. Easy KO right there, easy KO. No questions asked at all. So against left stuff, same spin, it's not that. Again, like another KO. It can KO left. I mean, anything that's not like something like Chozy Spriggan, I guess. Good hits. This should maybe be a burst. I'm not too sure. There you go. Now we do something simple like Geist Fafnir. Very easy. Very easy. Left stuff, it's not going to really have too much of a problem, not until you get to like some of like the bigger stuff, like Chozy Spriggan left. Now, if we try something simple, like we try Archer Hercules, you're gonna see the big difference and how harder it is to actually deal with stuff like this. Oh God. I think what happens here is that it'll just hit it, but it'll like stutter. Like it'll like freeze, like it starts like lagging. Like the frame rate on Longinus starts to like stutter or whatever, and then after it, like it can't handle it. And this is kind of it. Now I'm gonna go a little bit harder on the launch here, but you can just see the idea that it kind of just starts to like freeze against this stuff. Now you can kind of see on the hits there, like, oh damn, is that it? And that's kind of it for Bloody. That's how kind of tapped it is. It can't handle right stuff. And because of this reason, this is why it has that reputation on it. Because it's been very annoying against right stuff. It's really just good for saying, so it's very niche, because compared to the other ones, they cover such a huge ground in their respective metas. In here, it doesn't cover that same large ground. So that's why it is the worst Longinus. And you know, it's kind of just like a mid-Longinus. That's the best way to put it. It just doesn't have that good of a shape that really does hurt and affect it. And does make it, it doesn't make it as desirable as like the other ones. Like, look at how many times this thing tanks it. How many times I gotta get like a KO? Like, probably you would have to do like 0 expand on extreme dash or something, and maybe then you get something. But yeah, you can basically kind of see the point here. This shape is not good because against right stuff, right? It's just a goddamn circle. It's just gonna keep on equalizing to me. If it's against same spin, that's a lot easier to do for it to generate enough power to smash into it and potentially burst it, but this is why it's so frustrating of an evolution. And that's where we're gonna pretty much end this video. This is my Bloody Longinus rant. It is really sad because in the past it did so well, and they obviously did evolve this to not have it to have such a stupid shape. I feel like Guilty definitely was heavily kind of focusing on that concept, but just perfected on how they tried to execute Bloody, which is a real shame. But I would be lying to you right now if I didn't say I think this does look the ugliest. I don't like that middle piece at all, the more I look at it. And yeah, the only good thing that came out of Bloody was Jolts, because we eventually got Jolt Dash. That's about it. That's about it. But yeah, you know, let me know in the comments, what do you want me to cover next? Is either, you know, worst or like most disappointing, maybe makes more sense to say, but probably the title is going to be worst. And yeah, man, that's really it. That's really it. Thank you for watching. Make sure to check out our store. It is an optional way to support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. We have DB/BU releases, man. We also have pre-orders up. Actually, no, dude, we have so many stuff of DB and BU that we restocked on. So yeah, limited time, and check it out, man. Check it out. And that's gonna be it for now. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day, and bye.